Hello there, it's Ross from Full Throttle Japan. It has been a very long time since we've talked, so sorry about that. Wanted to continue the conversation. There's lots going on. We have a change in philosophy and collection within the little garage. And there's been a car that has unfortunately gone, and there's been actually two cars that have happily joined. So that is kind of the topic for today, and we introduce with great enthusiasm a new car for the channel that has not been seen yet. Behold the 2025 BMW M3 Touring. And we are going to go for a drive today.
At the bottom of the bottle, you're searching for your enemy, but you don't find it.
So this is what it's all about. This is what I've been waiting for, in a sense. This is the new addition to me, this wonderful M3 Touring. And the second BMW that I've ever owned. You may recall on the channel before, I did have a 2019 M5. And because of some engine issues and some anxiety on my part, I did get rid of that car. But yet again, another BMW has joined my life, and I'm very happy to have it here today, getting a little bit of shade under this tree on a very, very hot and humid day in Kyoto, Japan. It's something like, let's just call it 37 degrees Celsius, which is like 180 Fahrenheit, 190, who knows anymore. But yes, I really do like this car, and we're going to talk all about it. I mean, the obvious thing is that it's very convenient for family travel and everyday life, but it does have enough power to excite you and to be driven enthusiastically on beautiful roads in Japan. A lot of power, close to 530 horsepower perhaps. Really quickly, this is not about going over the specs. There's a billion videos about that. This is really just my philosophy and emotional connection to this car and what's been going on. But I can't help but take a quick look here. I love the staggered setup with the tires, of course. I love these wheels. Does not have the carbon ceramic brake package. It has the regular brakes, but those are just fine. That'll get you stopped very quickly indeed. And it is wonderful black color. I love the exhaust. And not so keen on this whole thing that happens, you know, you wash the window and then I don't know, it leaks washer fluid every once in a while. It's a little leaky, needs a diaper on the windshield. This is the LCI version, so you've probably heard all about those updates. So you get the lettering in black, you get a little bit more horsepower, you get a flat bottom steering wheel, and lots of other nice things. Changing the front headlights, all that stuff. But anyway, I don't want to talk about that. I want to really drive this car and tell you about what's going on. So, take a quick view from the front. The change in headlights, of course. Oh, the grille, there's so many people complain about with the newer M3s, don't care. And I think it looks fantastic. It's a very aggressive looking wagon. It's a very fast wagon. Okay, no more talking. I really need to drive. Let's go. Okay, let's start this bad boy up and get some air conditioning as soon as possible. Like this button here. Oh yes, and it comes alive with no interesting menu because it's been already started in a sense. And it's a very hot day. So, flat bottom steering wheel as has been discussed many times. Unfortunately, does not have the carbon shifters and does not have the carbon pack inside. It just has this kind of regular brushed aluminum, but I really do love the color of the seats and a little bit of Alcantara on the side. And it's like not exactly a white, it's like a stone white, you know. And you know, the seats are not the bucket seats. There's been a whole bunch of conversation about that. These are just the sport seats. They are fabulous and fantastic. You have room in the back for little ones, which I do have. They're not around at the moment, and plenty of storage back there. Anyway, I'm going to go for a drive and let's change cameras. Let's go. How are you doing? So let's get going. Let's do a few things here, set it up as we like to have it. So obviously I have these M buttons programmed and I do enjoy that. So with setup here, you know, honestly, I just have like Sport Plus for engine, Sport for suspension, steering comfort, brake sport, obviously have it in four-wheel drive sport. And I typically have the exhaust on or off, actually, I don't know. And that's how I like to have it. Let's go for a drive. And of course we are in the legendary Takao Parkway in Kyoto. A nice place to go for a drive. Manual. It's where you want to be. Here we go. It's nice. Obviously with the exhaust button on, it's going to pipe in a little bit of that AI sound. No, that that fake engine noise. Some of it's fake. Some of it you hear from real sounds outside the car. But I don't know. It's one of these things. Sometimes I like it. Sometimes it's kind of stupid. I find driving it around these roads with all these turns, all these corners up in the mountains, third gear is where you want to be. Anyway, we need to talk. So, as you may recall from previous videos on this channel, I was going on and on and on about 997 Turbo that I had. And where is it now? Well, it's important to note that I say with some sadness that that car is gone. I let it go. And what was it to me? It was a fabulous, fabulous car. I had a very strong emotional connection to that car. It was my first 911, and you remember all about it. I mean, I'm a Full Throttle. We source cars, we export cars and motorcycles. Anything you want. Really niche stuff, really great stuff. In any case, I did pick up that car because I saw it and I found it. Good deal, all that stuff. Blah, blah, blah. It was a great deal. Then began the journey of ownership and all the fixing up that had to be done. And a very strong relationship was formed with that car. I spent a lot of money on that car fixing things. By the end of it, I had actually installed Öhlins suspension, which really wasn't the best move. That was very expensive to do. In any case, I loved that car, and it was always the case of trying to eternally get it sorted. Not everything was ever perfect, of course, being an older car. And my hope was that I could get it there. And I came to the realization that because of how the car was and the mileage that was on it, and let's be honest, of course, like, I would say that 911s, especially that particular turbo, can do a lot of miles. But when you get a used car, everyone knows this, you're really buying the previous owner. You're buying the owner, which means, of course, that you're taking on everything that was done and wasn't done. So in the case of that car, the car had sat for a while. It was neglected, which sucks. It was a great deal, wholesale pricing that I can get, but I needed to have a lot of things fixed up, and even when I did, there would be other things and blah, blah, blah. So it was a 2-year affair with that 911 Turbo, 2 beautiful years. I made a couple videos, you may have seen them. And it got to the point where my family, well, it's always the case, you may have heard this in other videos from other people, my family was growing. Putting the little kids in the back of that car was a little bit difficult. And financially, a realization occurred whereby I was able to take that car and trade it in, put up just a little bit of cash, and step into something that can work for the purposes of my family life and work for the purposes of what I'm doing right now, ripping this car through the mountains in Kyoto, and also be something newer with warranty, not having to worry about things. And another point worth mentioning is that if you don't go to like a regular Porsche dealer in Kyoto or Osaka, where I live, you're going to go to an independent dealer, of course, and there is really just one really great one in Osaka, and it's a fantastic one. It's really old, a lot of history, relatively speaking, and highly recommended by lots of people. They work on a lot of older stuff. They're great, but the thing is, to get an appointment there, you have to wait like 1 or 2 months. And so you know how it goes. You make the appointment. Sometimes they even move you around a little bit, which sucks. And then you get something fixed, and then there's something else you have to get fixed. So you're kind of like always in this holding pattern of the next appointment, and then it gets worked on. And just, I don't know, like I really, I know it goes with the territory, but it was a little bit tiresome. So, okay, you look at it, can't believe you went from a 997 turbo to an M3 competition touring. Yeah, fine, like that's cool if you think I'm an idiot, but I respect both cars. Of course I love Porsche, I love 911s. But I was just, I'm just doing me. So that means my case, family obligations, still want something fast, wanted to get out of something that was hurting my wallet and my pride and my time. And that is what I did. So it should be worth noting, and this is going to be described in more detail in another video, that I am fortunate enough that now, although I did lose that sports car and acquired a very fast wagon, it doesn't mean that I don't have another special car that serves its only purpose of being a really eventful car, a very fast car, kind of a baby supercar. I do have this, and that car is a McLaren 570S. That was also part of this new car transition in my life. So I let go of the 997, but I also acquired a McLaren 570S and this M3. So what does it mean now? It means that I have this car for family and fun and pleasure. But when I really want something to drive very fast, that's a total event, very special car. Although there are some weeks where I really daily drive that car a lot. I have the McLaren. I'm very lucky to have that, and we can talk all about it in another video. Japan's a little different for supercars, my friends. They're not as expensive here. That is the secret. So if you want one, do get in touch. There are obviously laws involved with what years can be imported, exported, etc. But yeah, more on that some other time. So, what does this car mean to me? Well, I use this car with my family to take the boys to soccer, football, as they say. And it carries a lot of stuff. You know, you've seen videos how you can put the rear seats down, you can put a whole kitchen sink in the back. That is convenient. But I tell you, when I drive this car, I don't really feel like it's a wagon. I just feel like it's an M car. It's yeah, it's heavy, but I don't feel like I'm driving a heavy wagon. I feel like I'm driving something that is engineered very well and is very precise and likes to go fast. Doesn't have that much turbo lag. It's joyous to get to the red line. The steering is a little bit muted because it's like, you know, electronic new car style BMW. But I mean, that's perfectly fine. It's not the hydraulic steering of my McLaren, that's for sure. Or like I had in the 997 turbo. But despite that, it's still a car that has fantastic brake feel. It's, you know, I have it on sport settings for, or Sport Plus settings for suspension, and for these kind of roads, that is great. So specifically, I can give you examples. Like I can literally drop off kids, and then if I have time in between work, manual mode, you can also shift like that. I just quickly go up to the mountains to drive enthusiastically, because I'm sure just like you, I love driving. And this is the car where you can do that. I must say though, it is a little bit firm on the everyday streets of Kyoto, Japan. Whoa, rock, sorry. It is a little bit firm, so that's a trade-off. But I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, look at the look at the tires, you know. Obviously the kind of suspension that's tuned in this car. I mean, it's totally livable. It's not a bad thing at all, but there's no way this is as soft as a 340i. This is an M car. This is an M3 competition. So it has great torque, has good 0 to 60 time. I think it's about 3.6 seconds. Maybe even a little bit faster depending on grip. I keep the brake setting in sport, like I said, and some people think that that is quite grabby, and I'm sure it is, but I really like it. It works well for me. Really great brake feel. Brakes are so good on this car. Very, very, very good. Big Brembos. I'm by no means the most amazing driver in the world, but just how I drive, I really like how everything comes together in a wagon. Keep that in mind. And also, I will say, and it has been said before by others, I'll say it again. Maybe, just maybe, this M3 looks a little bit better than the sedan. And then if you're talking about the M4, two-door coupe, it's all subjective, of course. I don't know, maybe some people think that the sedan looks better than that one. I don't know. Whatever, they're all good. But I like the way this car looks, is what I'm saying. Another thing I will add, and this, as a, if you may not know, as a long-term Canadian resident of Japan, coming from Vancouver, these kind of wagons, like the M3 Touring, older Mercedes E63 AMG wagons, or estates as they call them in England, they're not at all available in North America, right? So Canada and the US, we do not get these cars. And there are people who perhaps would really love BMW to offer and sell this car in North America, but BMW does not. I guess they feel there's no market, no one would buy them. There certainly are enthusiasts that would. My friends in the US and Canada really like the idea of this car and think it would be an awesome thing to have in North America. But nevertheless, it is not available. So that's another part of my thinking, my philosophy on this, because living in Japan, I've had a lot of opportunities that I wouldn't have had living in Canada and the US. And here is yet another one, a very fast M3 wagon, all because I live here. And I'm fortunate enough, working hard in my entrepreneurial ways, to be able to have this car in my little stable. And for that, I am grateful. And I don't know if this video is doing justice, but, and yeah, I know this road, so it's not, every corner is not by no means a surprise. But it's really a car that, for better or for worse, is a car that anyone can really drive fast. It's engineered so well, it handles so well, it's very safe. You have four-wheel drive. This is four-wheel drive sport, which kind of biases the car a little bit more towards the rear. So it gives a little bit more feeling, I guess, of rear-wheel drive to it. And it still allows you to slip out the car a little bit if you so desired. I am not doing that on this road, because there are motorcycles, and I like to ride motorcycles too, and I don't want to hurt anyone going over these lines. And also, you can put it in rear-wheel drive and go super crazy with it. program that into the M2 button. Just press that anytime you like, and then you can drift the car all day long if you like. I have not done that yet. I've just been busy and have not found a road where I can really do that. You know, there was a guy, a tourist in Tokyo that was that rented the JDM. And one second here, I'm just going to punch this a little bit. For punching it, I find putting it on automatic shifts way better. Here you go. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's great. I mean, that'll get you on the highway quickly. There's no issue there. But I was saying that you know, Japan is very strict in some ways. Like a foreign tourist. Whoa, jeez, guy was off the line a little bit. You know, rented a JDM and went probably to like some parking lot and was drifting it around, and somehow it was caught on camera, and he got in a lot of trouble for that because stupidly in Japan they have these, you know, anti-safety laws or whatever they are that really punish people for doing that kind of thing, even in like a parking lot with no one around. So that's why there are these you know, drifting experiences that exist. Another company of which I am also the founder of, Dream Turismo, we do like luxury travel, very curated automotive journeys and experiences around Japan. We arrange drifting in private settings, which is very safe and super fun. But anyway, so it is possible to put this car in rear-wheel drive and drift it around, but I ain't doing that today. But it will be done, and it shall be done, and it should be done. I do wish that this car had, well, if I'm honest, I wish it did have the carbon pack inside, the carbon here, and the carbon shifters. I guess I could put those in. Don't think I'm going to do that. There's way better feel on the paddles than these ones. You know, these stupidly, you get this on just like a stock, like a 5 Series or a regular 3 Series. And they've had these. I think they were the same ones that I had in my F90 M5 without the carbon. So they're not that great at all. It's stupid. They should be standard on a car like this. But I do like the fact that because this is 2025, I got it in February this year, 2026. That, you know, it still has warranty, so it has part of, like, you know, it has this service maintenance pack, which means like for 3 years I don't pay for services like oil changes and all that. I'm just going to punch it here as well because it's straight. So it's nice. Here, let's do a little. Let's maybe launch it. Can we launch it here? Okay, launching it is like this. We go like that. Whoa. Oh yeah. Whoa. That's good. That's good. That's good. So remember, this is the wagon, and you can launch it quite hastily indeed. Oh, there we go. But yeah, as I was saying, so 3 years of free oil changes and all that jazz, and also like a 4-year, you know, there's still like a 4-year warranty on it. So just no headache at all. The McLaren, on the other hand, definitely have a warranty with that. That's a whole other discussion. Oh, McLaren is a headache in terms of maintenance. And is that the case? I don't know about that. Sometimes, because of the internets, people believe all sorts of strange things, that you can't daily drive a car like a McLaren and it's going to be a nightmare. Well, been driving mine for a year. Hasn't been a nightmare at all. Haven't had anything go wrong with it. You know, I gotta say, one of the mishaps with trying to video all this stuff is just what happens when you let your stupidity get the best of you. You know, I had this camera on here and open up the door and just scraped the paint here all the way down to the metal. Oh, lordy. That sucks. That really sucks. Battle scar from just making a video. Right there. Have to get that touched up. Oh my God. Well, let's keep it positive here. We are in a beautiful setting. I'll just show you really quickly. By the way, when I drive this car fast through here, I never just switch it off. I always let it cool down with the engine running. Cool those turbos down. In Takao Parkway in Kyoto, you have a lot of beauty that you can just take a break, park the car, take it in, Japan is 75% mountains, people. That means there are a lot of mountains close by. Kyoto is surrounded by mountains on 3 sides. So nature is close at hand. See what I mean? It's a good looking car. It really is. It really is. Can't believe I just scraped it. Oh. That's the Hosakill River down there. People are boating. Tourists, you can get in these boats that take you down the river. Someone has passed away before. Nature's powerful. Anyway, just wanted to show you this before we depart. It's a great place to be. And this is a great car to be in. I like the LCI update with the lights. It's good. It looks good. And I promise you, I will never, ever scrape this camera into this paint again. Oh man, that is so stupid of me. And for competition, this part's all plasticky. Whatever. Yep. All right, we continue on. Well, anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. The fact that you made it all the way to the end is so very kind indeed. I hope that I can make some more videos kind of imparting on where I'm at with my car life and what's been going on with the collection as it evolves. There's lots to talk about still. We still have to talk about the McLaren and do some of that. Maybe a little bit more of a deep dive into what this car is all about. But in any case, it was really great to do this. And yeah, here's to many more. All right, wish you all the best. Bye-bye.